In 2013, after decades of anticipation, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell finally released a reboot to the Evil Dead franchise. As a big fan of the Evil Dead franchise, I saw the reboot in the theater on opening night, and the very next night I went again with some other friends because I loved it so much. It's such a great throwback to old school splatter flicks, and the practical effects on the blood work is just phenomenal. The movie certainly isn't perfect, it has some issues, and of course Bruce Campbell not being in there is a bit of a bummer, but ultimately it's a very fun movie. It's a great throwback, and also it's just a great way to bring the franchise back. I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not if Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell will make another Evil Dead film. Hopefully they will, and hopefully this time it won't take so long. But, nothing has been too updated on that yet, so we don't know where that's going at the moment. However, the reason I bring this up is because one thing that stuck out to me about this remake was the score. The film's score was composed by Spanish musician, Roque Benos. I'm just not getting better at these pronunciations. Sorry, dude, I hope I get it right. Roque Benos. Benos does a great job bringing in the atmosphere for this film. Out of all the Evil Dead movies, this one is definitely the darkest and most serious, and the score is appropriate for it. It's not campy, it's not cheesy, it's intense, and it means business. There's a lot of quiet moments where the music is just in the background, and there's some strings that are tremoling, and you can just feel the anticipation building. Whenever stuff hits the fan of this movie, which, trust me, happens a lot, that's when the music really starts to shine. It's powerful, it's booming, and it's in your face. The orchestra work is great, and there's also some choir work at the end, which we'll get to in a minute. One reoccurring sound that you'll hear throughout the score is a siren. It's an interesting choice for the film. It's like you can just feel the tension, the suspense, and the death just rising up more and more as the film goes on. Whenever the movie slows down for a second, giving you just enough time to breathe, you're just waiting for something intense to happen next, topping the last scene. And it keeps happening, and the music just matches it flawlessly. The climactic fight between our hero and a deadite outside the cabin is intense, and it goes on for a good amount of time without dragging out. The music in this scene stays consistently intense. It almost has an epic feel with a choir constantly being heard in the back, along with the siren noise and just the strings and the orchestra just going all out. The Evil Dead remake was this composer's first American film. Before the Evil Dead remake, the composer has done several other movies, but all of which are outside the US. To me, this was a great way to debut in America as a film composer. He also did the score for the Spike Lee movie Oldboy, which was a remake of an older film as well. Say we will about Spike Lee's Oldboy, of course it's not as good as the original, but there are some good things going for it, and one of them is the score. But we're not going to get too much into Oldboy, that's just a very different field. Sticking with Evil Dead, I heavily recommend the remake, and I definitely recommend checking out the score.